Welcome back to the Festival Fishbowl. Only 2 guests left. We've saved the best one for either last or second last. You be the judge. It's Jeff Green. Hello.
I've been insulted in my introduction.
You don't know if you have yet. You don't know yet.
Well, we don't know.
Depends how good the last guest is.
I don't like comedians being compared to each other.
That's
I don't
true.
like it when people come and say, "Oh, you were my favourite," and then I like the third guy next, because comedy's not a competition.
Exactly. Yes, I don't like comedy competitions. They make everyone feel like they lost,
Yeah.
except for one
Yeah.
person.
Is that why
it's
you
like
don't
when
like
they review you and they give you 4 stars or 3 stars, and you know it's nice to sort of judge people as if they're hotel accommodation. You know, you think I would have got 5 stars if I'd have had tea and coffee making facilities available
Or
during
a bigger
my
microwave.
show. Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't
And
get
also,
a good review,
well,
is it?
I got a 4-star review. My favourite review, I did get a 4-star review. I actually don't generally read reviews, but my favourite review of all time was, Jeff Green will make you laugh so much your arse will cave in.
Wow.
Which someone had put on my poster in Loughborough University. I was looking at it, I think, I don't want that on my poster, or my conscience, frankly.
Yeah.
I don't want people leaving the show going, I really shouldn't have gone there. I now need to go and have surgery.
Now I've prolapsed again.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I saw his show after last year when I prolapsed, but
I always
Thanks, Polly.
reckon reviewers always spoil perfectly good reviews with little words like not and far from and under no circumstance.
Yeah.
I didn't have those. They'd be fantastic reviews.
I once butchered a review so much I managed to get some really good quotes out of a not very good review. I was really happy with it. Like, fuck you. you idiot.
My favourite, because people do tend to really pick the eyes out of a review. So my favourite review was it was at the Edinburgh Festival, and this comedian had got a 1-star review. And the following year, he put on his poster, a star, the Scotsman.
That's great.
You've got to keep up. Jason's getting them, but anyway.
If ever you're looking at posters and you see like a lot of ... in the middle, that means that they've really butchered the review. And it means the review had nothing complimentary to say, but they've just managed to pick
Absolutely.
cut and paste.
Yeah, cut and paste. So, how's your Fringe going?
Well, last 2 shows. In fact, I am actually performing on this stage. This is my gig.
Sorry.
So it's
We'll
no,
get out of
you're,
here.
you're more than welcome. It's odd to be sat down and just chatting as opposed to standing there and leaping around. 2 shows left, both sold out. However, I am off to Melbourne like a lot of performers, and I'm bringing this show. So, if you didn't get to see it in Adelaide and you are from Melbourne, come to the show Father of Men.
Very nice. And it's about your boys growing up?
I like to think of it as a show about parenthood for people who don't like shows about parenthood.
Okay.
And it's unsentimental. It's not really about being a father. It's about the dilemmas and the challenges of having 2 children that you're responsible for. And and audiences seem to like it.
Who comes to your shows? Did you get like jaded parents? Or parents that secretly hate their kids? Or just...
I generally get people that don't really know what they're coming to.
Okay.
I feel. I think most people say, "Oh, we like Jeff, and we'll go and see a show," and then it's your job to unfold the thing in front of them. I get a lot of Brits coming to my show, a lot of British people. You can tell they're British because they're the ones that heckle.
All right.
The Brits heckle all day and all night. Yeah, I think they just want you to know that they're there. But I'd be quite happy if they mentioned it after the show.
Are they nice hecklers or are they like, yeah, shit?
No. Very rarely that. Yeah, occasionally. But
That's just the reviewers.
yeah. No, they generally want to let you know. Like if you mention a UK reference, they will chip in and say, "Yes, I know that." Like I tell.
Helpful.
Yes, I tell a story, and it's not my joke, so I can tell it here now. But I tell a story about my favourite headline that I've ever seen on a newspaper was about a Scottish Cup game between Inverness Caledonian Thistle and Celtic.
Of course.
And
Traditional
it
roles.
was a Scottish Cup. Inverness, the puppets will tell you, right? The Inverness Caledonian Thistle is a tiny little place up on the north, 100 miles north of Aberdeen, in fact. And they're known as the Callies. Anyway, they go to Celtic, and by some chance, they thrash Celtic 3-1 at Celtic Park. Celtic are annihilated, and the headline the next day was "Super Callies go ballistic, Celtic are atrocious." And someone must have took the rest of the night off.
Yeah, the
when
editor's like, I've been waiting for this for years.
Oh my God, I can do it. Yeah. So anyway, I might just tell that story, and then 10 minutes, I've spent 10 minutes going, "Oh, so what part of Scotland are you from?"
Yeah.
And how you read the papers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't mind it. It's all great banter. So that's half my audience, British people. I get a lot of people more my age, a lot of the older audience, and I get a few youngsters coming along, and obviously because they couldn't get a babysitter.
Yeah.
I suspect.
Now, your youngsters came along. They were here for a weekend.
Sorry.
Your youngsters? You
Yeah.
have children?
Yeah, and in fact, my children, they love Jason Chong, right? Jason Chong is their hero because he's got a kids show called Where's the Remote, and they've
You're
been to see
welcome,
it.
kids.
They saw it in exactly. They saw it in Melbourne. They've come to see it again, and he's the biggest star in their lives. Apart from Star Wars, they love Star Wars.
Yeah.
They keep asking me about Star Wars. I know nothing about Star Wars.
Like you were there or something.
Well, he's like, well, I'm an oracle, so he must know about. They'll be going, who's Anakin Skywalker, Dad? And I'll be going, oh, he's a friend of Gandalf's. And he's mortal enemies with Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, I do believe. And of course, they just take it all in because I know everything.
You can totally lie to kids and they'll totally believe it.
It's bluffing,
Absolutely.
not lying.
Bluffing, which technically it's lying, but I appreciate what you're saying. People say, oh, you should never tell lies to kids. I go, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's the only way you get through your day, basically, is lying to them till you're sick of the sound of your own voice. I always say to people, it's a black-hearted parent that says to their kid, son, I saw you in the school play today, quite possibly the shabbiest characterisation of a shepherd I've ever seen in my fucking life, right? Or they say, hey, Dad, what happened to Fido? Fido's son, we couldn't afford him, so we had him gassed by the vet. He's in a wheelie bin round the back if you want to say goodbye to him. Is the gerbil hibernating? No, son, your mum and I got drunk and used him in a sex game. Yes. That little fella's having a breather. If you've touched him, wash your hands. Anyway, so I generally don't tell lies to my children.
Good. It's probably better that you do. Now, how do you enjoy Adelaide when you come here?
Well,
I guess having kids.
yeah, but they're not here.
Yeah,
So, do you know what? I was planning on a sleep in this morning, right?
Sorry.
I finished. No, you didn't beat me to the. You didn't.
Okay.
It was the ABC in Lismore. I'm doing a show in Lismore on Tuesday.
Every time.
And this. They said, oh, can we phone you up at about 7 o'clock? I went, no, I'm at the Adelaide Fringe and we're half an hour behind. Phone me at and he went, okay, 10 o'clock. I went, yeah, fine, 10 o'clock. Phone me at 10 o'clock, I'll do the interview. So at 7 o'clock this morning, they phoned me up to ask me if they could ask these questions in the interview. So I didn't get the line I anticipated. So you're second off the rank, but I feel like I've warmed up before you anyway.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah.
This is my second
All right.
Fishbowl as well, by the way.
I know you did last year's. You
Yeah, it was
wore
great.
shorts, I remember.
I did.
It was
wear
really
shorts.
hot.
It was great. It
talked about
generally is
that.
in Adelaide. They generally wait for the Fringe, and then the gods throw everything they can
Yeah.
at the general public.
How did you cope with the rain the other day?
Well, I'm English, so
That's
I'm
true.
all right. I'm actually
You're jumping
fine.
in puddles and.
Yeah. I always feel like Australia copies Britain. Like we had a hung parliament, you had a hung parliament. We had floods, you've got floods. We had a shit cricket team, you've got a shit cricket team.
Last Fringe we had shit crickets everywhere. Do you remember that last year?
Oh yeah, I
The
do.
cricket plague?
The cricket plague, yes.
We didn't get that this year. This is meant to be the rapturous year.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I got boils, and so I feel like I've something.
I don't know if that's something you should have just admitted.
Well, it's one of the plagues.
Okay,
Yeah.
good stuff. We need you to play a game. Here are the games that are left: Choggy Stab, Ski Pong, and Shit Bricks.
What? Okay. I'll do
You
this
heard
quick.
me. Don't
Shit
pretend like-
bricks.
Yeah?
No, well, I don't even know what that is. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that attitude. That's great. So Shit Bricks is a website. It has pictures that are just there's something wrong with the picture,
Okay.
and you have to just tell us what that is.
Should I push it or just not?
What?
Should I push the button or just leave it?
Do you want to see the intro? It could crash the computer.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yes. No. I want to see the intro.
Okay.
Now we have to.
When you see it,
Oh, it's
you'll
scrambling.
shit bricks.
Shit bricks.
I think it works.
That what
Nice one, Matt. We've finally ironed out all the technical difficulties.
what computer are you running that could crash?
It's a 486.
Calculator?
Are you on your second drink, Maz?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Great. Light glass. It's good times.
There's a little bit of a pause before, as you just like,
I do have a bit of latency.
Yeah.
between your life.
You do.
Does it
Matt has
taste
got
any
a-
better yet?
Maz is currently at 4 frames a second.
It's like a spaghetti western. He speaks, and then 3 seconds later, the noise kicks in.
Okay, so we're going to show you the picture. You just have to tell us what's wrong with it. You got 60 seconds, and that'll be your score. Ready? Go.
I have no idea. What's wrong with that?
Well, there's a lot of things wrong with it. It looks.
yeah. Is that the Wiggles?
No.
Is there an erection involved?
Do you know what? It's actually very low. I need to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, you're a bit
What
old.
is it? Thanks, mate. What do you mean? What's wrong?
I'm not sure. I haven't
Some
seen this
kind
one
of
before.
clue.
Maz, can you clue up at all?
Do, what do you want me to do?
Can you give us a clue?
What is wrong with it?
A clue?
Yeah.
Take note of the genders, maybe?
Oh!
The pink one is
Has a skirt.
girl.
Yeah, look at the pink one's skirt.
This is a really great game, by the way.
Thanks. Yep. Most audiences seem to love this one.
There is an erection involved.
Why do we move on to the next one?
No, there's only one.
Okay. Oh, there's only one. So are you thinking that's an erection, Colin?
Well, it's something.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
I
me.
like it.
It's had a warm up at least.
That's a Semitic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trailer, I meant. The one behind that.
All right, when did you reckon you got that? Let's give him 20 seconds. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Well done for picking out erections. That's generally it tends to be most of these pictures have got something to do with the penis.
Okay, that's fine.
So good. All right. So show times and days and stuff.
Show is at 8:30 here at the Rhino Rooms, and then at the Melbourne Comedy Festival, I am at a 8:15 at Swiss House.
And if people like you, what other shows would they like?
All right, so I've seen yourself, I've seen your kid show, I've seen your great show, by the way, mate. Genuinely great show, good work.
Cheers.
So Bob Franklin here.
Ah, yes.
Should get a much bigger audience. Wonderful belly laughs, great writing. I've heard great things about Lindsay Webb, and probably the biggest thing, I don't know, is somebody's.
That's fine.
Is that last orders? I think the biggest word of mouth I heard was, but he's finished now, was Michael Workman.
Ah, right.
It was a show, apparently it was a work of genius, but you may be able to get it at Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Yeah, I hear great things about him. Cool. Here's your leaderboard. Oh, sorry.
I heard Will Anderson's very funny too. Can you get him on
I've
the
heard
show?
that too, but I'm not so sure. You came in last, but like
That's
that's
okay.
of the leaderboard. So because of that last show, you'll be immortalised there.
Thank you.
You
I
must
feel
be
suitably
very proud.
ashamed.
Yeah. Good stuff. Cool. Okay. So there was someone else. So you saw Sir Robert. Which
I've seen Sir Robert here, yeah.
Now
yeah.
you said that you told me you'd seen like the last minute and the last 2 minutes.
Now I've seen the beginning.
You've
as
seen the
well.
whole thing now.
Yeah. It's stupendous. It really is. Well, it was a Barry nominee last year, and I think probably when it finishes on Saturday night, that's the last time you're going to see it. It needs to. It deserves to go to a much wider audience. It's a great piece of comedy theatre.
It's not strictly stand up, is it? That's what I've heard.
It's
so
not,
far.
but it's not. But there's probably a lot more laughs in that show than a lot of stand-ups, could hope to get in their show. And it's quality work.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can't see Jeff Green, but go and see Bob Franklin's Sir Robert.
Sir Robert Franklin, yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Please thank Jeff Green, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.